right now the trendy thing is cycle syncing, but I'd like to break down the nutritional basis for why it could be beneficial to do cycle syncing. So essentially, during our menstrual phase, when we're actually on our period, we have about 1 to 6 days of a point when our metabolism is low, our estrogen and progesterone levels are low, and overall our appetite is lower. It's totally normal at this point in time for your nutrition to be, about 5 to 10% lower on average than how it usually would be, like your total caloric intake. Now, when you start to get into your follicular phase, your estrogen levels are rising, but your progesterone levels are still low, and your metabolism is still like on the slower end. At this point, you may start to notice some increase in your energy. You might start to feel a little bit more creative, a little bit more motivated, and your appetite is starting to pick up, most likely. And it's at this point in time, your total caloric intake is maybe about 5 to 10% lower than usual. It's a great time at this point if you're trying to lean out and just focus primarily on maintaining your protein goals and having fiber-rich foods. Then we hit the ovulatory phase. Now, this is the point in time where your metabolism starts to kick it up a notch. Your progesterone levels and your estrogen levels are rising. You also have an LH surge. And so a lot of things are happening in the body at this point, and you are probably going to feel more social, more confident, and hungry. So it's totally normal if you realize that, your caloric intake is a little bit higher in the next few days, in these few days of ovulation. And so this is the time when you might end up eating more than normal, and that's totally okay. Then you're gonna hit your luteal phase, which comes after the ovulation phase. During your luteal phase, your progesterone levels are high and your estrogen is starting to dip down a bit, so it's on a kind of moderate level. And at this point in time, your metabolism is at its highest. So you're expending more energy and your overall body temperature is higher. So it's biologically justified to be more hungry. Your body knows that it needs more nutrients to support itself. And so at this point in time, you don't want to be restricting yourself. You want to be able to eat more on a day-to-day. On average, about 150 to 300 calories above your normal caloric intake is normal during the luteal phase and totally justified.